Hi Libras, it's Nick. This is your weekly reading. This is for all my Libras, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. We are going to be covering a little bit of health, career, work, finances, and love, romance, dating, or relationships. And then this week, we are going to do a love message in honor of Valentine's Day, whether you celebrate it or not. I know it's just another day. It's really kind of overrated these days, but why not do a love message, okay? And then I'll have a link to the extended reading below in the description box if you're interested afterwards as a part 2 and a continuation. And this week we have Mars and Venus both going into Aquarius, and Pisces season begins on the 18th. I did already run these down in the February Astro Energies video, so you can refer back to that if you're interested. All right, so my dear Libras, what is your love message for this week? So you guys got keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. All right. Keep an open mind because your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations, okay? So that is what the universe wants you to know when it comes to your love message, okay? Because I know sometimes we grow this like bias. We're like, oh, I just like this type of person, or like, I like this type, you know? And sometimes that limits us because maybe your type is why you keep attracting, you know, certain relationships that don't go anywhere. Maybe you could kind of keep an open mind because you may end up liking someone that maybe doesn't exactly fit all that, but has other things that are better for you. Okay, so always good to keep an open mind. All right, so when it comes to your health for this week, my dear Libras, you guys got the 9 of Wands. All right, so I feel like for this week, your immune system may be kicking up, or maybe you're like preparing, or your what's it called, preventative care. You're like trying to prevent something maybe from happening. Like maybe you were recently around certain people who were sick, or like at work, at school or something. You're like, oh gosh, like I'm not trying to get sick. So you're taking your vitamin C, you're, you know, doing whatever you need to do. So this could be the week where you're kind of taking on some preventative care, or you are trying to stay away from certain things, or you're just extra protective of your health. You're extra protective of your energy. And you could also be trying to stay away from certain environments, people, places, things that place temptations onto you, because you don't want to participate in that, or you don't want to do things that like I know if I'm around those people, like I'm gonna like do this and I don't want to do that, and I'm trying to like, you know, be healthy or whatever. So I think you're trying to like limit certain things, and you're trying to like practice maybe being a little bit healthier by removing or letting go of certain actions, or taking actions that help you block off any potential harm or potential sickness possibly. Okay, all right. And then when it comes to your and this can be physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. Then when it comes to your work, school, career, and finances, you also got another 9 of Swords though. So in this area of life, when it comes to your work, school, career, and finances, it looks like there is something that is stressing you out. Maybe just work in general, life, duties, obligations, finances could be stressing you out, or there's something that you need to surrender to or let go of. And it's something that you're thinking about a lot, or it keeps you up at night, or you can't let it go. You're like, oh my gosh, like what's gonna happen? Or, oh, this person said this, did they really mean this? Like maybe you had a conversation, or you heard something, or there was an announcement, or whatever the case is, and now it's stressing you out. You can't stop thinking about it, or you don't know what to do about it. But it's messing with your head and could even be affecting your health as well, because you're like, I don't know how I'm going to manage or what's going to happen. I don't know. Things are up in the air. There's something you need to let go of, or you have to transmute, or you just have to change your way of thinking maybe about it. Maybe it's just a fear you have, and that fear now is like eating away at you when maybe it hasn't even happened, or maybe it's not even going to happen. But I do feel like there's something you need to kind of like an idea, a conversation, something in your head you have to kind of just push aside, let go of, or transmute, move away from, or change the way you perceive it, change your perception, your perspective about it. Or maybe you're dreading, maybe you have a meeting coming up or something, you're just like, oh gosh, like I don't want to do it, what's gonna happen? And you're just kind of freaking yourself out. So whatever the case is, you kind of try not to think about it too much, but I know it's easier said than done. But you kind of have to like let it go in some way, shape, or form, or maybe think about it in a different way that's a little healthier, more positive. Okay, all right. Then when it comes to your love, romance, dating, or relationships, on your side we have the Three of Cups, Ten of Swords, and Judgment. Okay, so some of you may have water somewhere in your chart, like Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Then on this other side, for this other person, this can be the past, present, or future situation, or all three, all the above. We have the Two of Wands, the Moon, and the Four of Swords. All right, so as far as who you could be dealing with, it could definitely be a Pisces, maybe a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or also air like yourself, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Okay, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus, but doesn't have to be, could be any sign. Like I always say to you guys, could just be the energy this person is embodying, playing out, or maybe be like a mixed match of one of those. All right, so what's going on here? I kind of feel this card that we got earlier about keeping an open mind now is gonna make a little bit more sense, because it looks like maybe you could be connecting with someone, or you could have met, or you are going to meet maybe a potential person through friends, or at a party, at a social gathering, or through, you know, networking, whatever the case is, or online apps, whatever the case is. You guys may be getting together or meeting someone at a social place, or through friends, or you guys now are friends and connecting and getting along, or this person's set you up with this person, or maybe there's like a blind date, or whatever the case is, and you are you hit it off at first because you're like, oh well, this person's friends with my friend, okay, so they could be chill, like they're probably okay, and this person is relating to you, their passions, their excitement, their motivations, and maybe certain actions that they do, or certain things that they participate in. You're like, oh, I like that too, okay. And like when you guys are having fun or going out, like you have something in common there, so they relate to you in that way when it comes to like their passions, motivations, or fun activities, adventure, stuff like that. Okay, but it looks like maybe towards the middle or the end of the week possibly, they may open up to you in an emotional way. You may see a softer, more sensitive side to them, and they may be more like you just see a totally different side to them, and they have a heart-to-heart with you. They open up about maybe something that's very personal, very sacred, or intimate, that usually people don't share with everyone, but they felt comfortable with you. You made them feel safe, and so they opened up to you. They revealed to you how they really feel, not only about you, but just like things that they go through, or things that they're experiencing, and what they share with you, or this emotion that they express to you, you may not completely agree with, or it may come to you as like a surprise, and you're like, whoa, okay, that's kind of a lot, or wow, okay, like I don't know what to say, I don't know what to think. Maybe there's something that they express that like you have a strong opinion towards, or that you're kind of like, I don't know how I feel about that, or you may be kind of maybe you dealt with something that they talked about, but in a different way, in like the opposing side of it. But it looks like the way you think about this person, or how you communicate now, it may change, or you're like, I don't know how I feel now, like after knowing that, like I appreciate them opening up, I appreciate them like being vulnerable and stuff like that, but now I'm kind of like, I can't unsee that, or I can't unknow this thing about them. And so you're going to be feeling conflicted, whether, you know, because you don't want to act different right away and make them feel bad, but now you can't think about things the same. It's like you now feel like you're in a weird spot or weird position where like you don't want to act like you are thinking negatively, or you don't agree, or something like that. You don't want to give them weird vibes, weird energies, but it's like something that they said, or something that they expressed, you're kind of like, whoa, it doesn't mesh with you, or you just don't know how to, like, how do I respond to that? What do I say? Okay, that's kind of a lot. Or you almost feel like they dumped too much on you too soon, too much too soon, or like it was a little bit, yeah, too deep for how soon you guys were connecting or relating. And it looks like though that this person afterwards may sense that you like are a little acting funny or acting weird, and so they may kind of give you space or be more quiet, be more reserved, not say too much. And so it's going to be up to you what you do moving forward, but it looks like you're going to have like an aha moment maybe by the end of the week and be like, okay, you know what, I understand. Okay, you know, let me set aside my own biases and opinions, and I see clearly now, I get it, and I don't want to make this person feel bad. Like, I know it took a lot of guts for them to be open and say this to me, and I'm going to appreciate that. So it could have been something, like I said, in the past that you would have been like, oh, absolutely not, no, I can't deal with this person, deal breaker. But maybe now you're like, you know what, maybe that's not a deal breaker. Maybe it's not so much of a big deal and I'm just being picky or whatever the case is. So maybe this is a week where you're kind of like, you know what, my old self would have done something different, but my new self is going to try to have an open mind because no one is perfect, and I need to at least appreciate when someone's being real and honest with me. Okay? All right, so let's continue on in the extended to get more information, to see where this person's energy is at. What are they thinking? What are they feeling when it comes to you? What they don't want you to know that maybe you should know, and what their next action move will be towards you, and then followed up with your advice at the end. I have a feeling it's going to get good and get juicy. So we'll continue on in the extended. Link will be below. I'll see you guys there. If not, I'll see you for your next reading. All right, take care. Bye.